Hello and welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play 35 plus years of Advanced Squad Leader. And apparently, I'm being notified that rewards are enabled on the channel. Subscribe to earn rewards. Get rewards by purchasing or gifting subscriptions. What? All right, cool. Well, it must be a Subtober thing. Cool. Anyways, exciting developments of the stream aside. Unfortunately, this is a solo night. There's some stuff that happened in Ruten's life, and he's gonna need a little bit of time. So that means that we are not doing any shenanigans with the that we that we had planned. There's much different scenario that we are going to play, but as mentioned, not going to be the case due to that. Now, on the plus side, it does mean that I was looking through a bunch of scenarios that I had, and on such short notice, I figured I would take a rather small one. But it does mean that we have finally cracked 1939. We are now in 1940. It won't be super relevant for the next couple months because again we'll be going back in time. But it's just something to note, if anything. Now, the scenario I picked, like I said, a little bit on short notice, and so I wanted something that was rather small, and this one kind of fits the bill perfectly here. So this scenario is called Suomussalmi sandwich. Although I don't know if the title of it has is a typo or an error, because it says Saumosalmi, but I assume that it's always Suo, not Sao. Either way, uh, whether it's a typo or not, we're gonna go with how I pronounce it because I prefer it that way. This is a Russian versus Finnish scenario, as one might imagine. It is apparently horribly balanced for the Russians, i.e., the Finns will most likely win this one. Which, I mean, eh, nah, I think there's an obvious advantage, but we'll get to that once concealment counters start dropping off here. A couple things to point out with regards to special scenario rules. As always, it's winter, so there's ground snow. This one has quite a few things to mention here. So first and foremost, winter is in effect, so breakdown numbers will be less for the Russians at the very least, not for the Finns. Anybody who rolls a 12 or an 11 on rallies will be affected. Finns are obviously have an exception to that outside of the 12. Um, Road hexes from Y10 to Y6 are a trail. So these hexes essentially are just trails on our roads. Road R5 to GG6 is plowed. That's not going to matter. I don't know why that's marked that way, but whatever. Or at least I'm fairly certain it's not going to matter. Um, the Finnish units have some special abilities to them on top of all their other stuff. So the units on the bottom of the map have winter camouflage and an ELR of 5. They also have a heroic leader. Um, and there's an objective. I'm not going to really spoil it right now. We'll wait till we get into the actual game because, again, it's only a 3.5 turn scenario. So very, very, very short. But essentially, there's some units that the Finnish must kill. If they eliminate them all, they win. If the Russians can save at least one of them, they will succeed in their goal. Russians can't exchange anybody for a commissar, which is a little unfortunate, but honestly, it could be a lot worse. So yeah, I think that's about it for the setup stuff. We'll just go into it right away. As mentioned, it is extreme winter. There is no falling snow, so don't have to worry about anything on that end. funnily enough, uh, the environmental condition being extreme winter, I don't believe is it's not an environmental condition thing. It should just be snow, and then extreme winter is applying. But anyways, we'll put some ground snow here. And there's no wind, although no wind's not really gonna matter either. I don't remember the last time a no wind thing has really come into play. And which I guess like makes me wonder why more scenarios should have wind. I'm just gonna put it that way. Even like a mild breeze, I think, is fine. Now the Finns have two groups. One has to come on board on the north side. The other has to come in from the south. Russians have to set up in view of one of these bigger counters, so you can't have anybody set up over here. Theoretically, you can have a unit in X9, or I'm not sure if they actually can. I forget what the interaction with path is. They might be able to, but anyways, there's some shenanigans there. So my goal with the Finns is that I would love to be able to move and be ready for a setup on turn 2 to attack. But even that might be, thinking about it now, might be a little not risky, but might be wasting a little bit too much time, which is not great. So I kind of have to think a little bit about where I want units. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I could, yeah, you know what? That sounds about right. Unless I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I get into these two. No, I think this is going to be the better idea, and these guys are going to come in from over here. Now, neither of the Finnish groups have a restriction. They just have to be on north or south. Doesn't matter what hex row or whatever. They don't have a code attached to them. Yeah, cool. All right, so I already did weather. That was reinforcements. There's no rally phase actions for me to do or want to do. So we'll go to prep fire, which there is none. So we'll go to movement phase. In the movement phase, I have a bunch of units here. They'll have a maximum move of 6. And I'm going to modify this guy just so I don't forget that he's heroic. So 1. Actually, you know what? Before I make this horrible mistake, do I have this? No, I do not have a log file. Remember to log file your stuff, folks. It's good to do so. Especially if you plan on having multiple sessions or whatever, you want to review it. It's a great tool. Honestly, it's one of the things I love the most about Vassal. Mark this game start. Cool. All right, that's done. So 1, and bypass 2, bypass 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess technically I could have done that and maybe gone. Nah, I think at this point it's just not really that much to worry about. And then the group up top will CX because they don't have any weapons or extra weapons with them. So bypass 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And before I end my turn, I'm just going to double check to make sure that there's no can't bypass in ground snow or whatever. I know Extreme Winter does some stuff, obviously with recuperation and all that, but I want to make sure that it's not something else. Yeah, okay. I might just be thinking of... Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, bypass if it's, yeah, it's deep snow. I'm not in deep snow. So cool. All right, make sure I'm doing this right. Um, so that's it for movement. Soviets don't have anything to shoot at, so defensive fire is none, advanced fire is none, routes is none, and then advanced phase. So I've got quite the list of units here that I can use to my advantage. So I'm gonna split these guys into three groups. One, so I can actually, you know what? He'll go here. Um, and the goal here is that I want to uh, basically mess with the Soviet line as much as possible and kind of split them out, while offering no real opportunity to be shot back from. So um, you can go here, and we'll get a concealment counter. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna put the rest here. I don't think the Soviets should have enough to really blast away with, so hopefully I'm not screwing myself over there. So turn one for the Russians, weather, no change. Roll the second 8. Interesting. There is no rally phase actions to do, but prep fire. I am thinking I want to prep fire. And I think what I'll do is I'll do a fire group. So I'm going to do a fire group of X4, X3. They're going to be against the bigger group because I'm a little bit more worried about that, or I would be more worried about it as the Russian player. So this is 12 firepower halved because they're firing against concealed units up 1. So that is a 4 on 6, which is a fantastic roll to start things off. No matter what, that's going to reveal these units. 4 on 6 is a 2 morale check. Leader is pinned. Heroes can't be pinned, I don't believe. That's absolutely... That sucks. Alright. So that guy is a half squad and breaks. And then the next guy will also break. Man, okay, well. Things are not going well. Anything else I want to prep fire? No, because I can't. Now that these guys are broken, yeah, these guys are just conscripts, so I really need to... I don't really have any options for them outside of just move. Let's see if there's any easy movement here. So no, no. Also, so the goal of this mission is that there's 4 trucks. All the trucks are immobilized. One is technically a fuel truck, although I'll just roll randomly to see which is which once one gets attacked. And then they've got a bunch of dudes all around the place. Okay, well, first things first, let's do this guy. He'll lose concealment at some point. Pays 2 to get into Y3, then 1 into X2. That's the most he can do. I'll shoot with the leader because he is heroic, so he does have 1 firepower. So it's a 1 down 3. Okay. Pretend I wanted to do something. Doesn't leave residual, which is unfortunate. And then this conscript squad is going to pay 1 and then 2 to get to W3. I can't really risk anything there with these guys getting like surrounded or whatever, so I will take a 9 down 2, 5 on 9, 2 morale check. This guy breaks just barely, doesn't ELR, which is good for the Russians. They'll have a route pass, so that's fine. This guy is just going to start running towards the activity, so 2 and then 3 because he's conscript. This guy is also conscript, so 2, 3. Nobody can see him. And then these guys are going to hold off. Defensive fire phase? None. I don't think these two can see each other. I don't... Well, I do... You know what? I do have a 1 Down one shot. No. Cool. Advanced fire phase. I could do a 2-up-1. Is that worth it? No. But I didn't break anything, so that's fine. There's the prep fires, take off defensive. So route phase, attacker first, so he'll send those guys have to go into X3. Although I could go to W2, but there's no point for that, so they won't. And then over here, everybody is going to route 2, 4. Yeah, I think that's probably the best spot. So they'll go there for 4. Advanced phase. Well, in the advanced phase, I'm going to do... This is probably going to turn out to be a really bad idea. This guy's concealed. So let's threaten this, because I wouldn't technically know who's there. These guys don't need to move. They're in a really good spot. And these guys can move here. Or, you know what? I'll move to W3, because then that still threatens. Then in the back here, we'll do one guy in the brush, one guy into the truck. Do they have line of sight? Ooh, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to have them both go there. Let's take out the concealment counter, and yeah, it should be it. There's no CC. And we go to turn 2 for the Finns. So turn 2 weather. No change. Rally phase. There's a bit here. So let's got 2 squads. So 1, 2. Neither of them make it, unfortunately, because they only get a -1. So I don't get anything there. The Russians will try to... Okay, never mind. Now, that does trigger extreme winter as well, I believe. Where's extreme winter? Break. In addition to normal fate rules, any non-Finnish Axis personnel unit prior to 1942, Russians prior to April 1941 that makes an original while not in a building or pillbox during extreme suffers casualty reduction. So again, this is in addition to normal fate rules. So I believe you eliminate an entire squad if you roll a 12. And sadly, that's what I did. So there goes an entire squad due to extreme winter. So that's it for rally phase. Prep fire. Prep fire now I really have to make some choices here, which is unfortunate because it means I can't move, which is what I really want to do. Yeah, losing 2 squads right away was not good. I think what I'm going to do is I'll do 6 firepower up 2. That is a 9 on 6, which is nothing, unfortunately. So that guy's fired. Same idea over here. They will lose concealment. It'll be a 6 up 1. 8 on 6 is a pintash check, so these guys do lose concealment. Leader, they're both pinned, which is really good news for me, because I will need them to be pinned. And then I have some options here. I'm not quite sure how I really want to proceed. I think shooting the medium machine gun is going to be the best option here, so maybe I'll do 1 firepower against the guy in the open. That's a pintash check. They are fine, sadly. I'm kind of surprised I haven't rolled a 4 yet, but I don't think I've triggered sniper at all. And then 8 firepower to X4, so 8 up 1. 8 on 8 is a normal morale check. This guy will break and ELR, which is terrible. Yeah. I think that's it for preps. Movement phase, I'm going to just delete these CXs so I don't get confused here. U6 is going to assault move into the woods of V5. And I don't really have a reason to shoot at him yet. So, defensive fire, because I don't have any other moves. I guess technically I could have moved the leader as well, because these guys will be able to self-rally, but I kind of want to get the extra, I kind of want to prevent the +1 from self-rallies. So I'm just going to go in like this. Defensive fire phase, I'm going to reveal the guy with the MMG, and he's going to take a shot at V. Oh, you know what? No, I should do against V6. So that is going to be 16 up 1. 6 on 16, 2 morale check. Leader breaks, and squad breaks. Alright, well, this might signify game over here. Yeah, I don't really expect that to happen. Pinned units are going to shoot at the same, because why not? I can take off a prep. So that's going to be... It's going to be 7, doubled, then halved. So yeah, 7 up 1. 7 on 7. Normal morale check. Leader's fine, and squad's fine. Okay, well... Still bummer that they're both broken, but at least they're not dead. Is there any other shots? Yeah, I can do 8 firepower up 1 against the guys in the woods. Nope. And... I don't know if it's really worth holding on to this. Or get a 2 up 1. Yeah, I'm gonna do 2 up 1. Yikes. That's a 1 morale check. 1 morale check. Leader's pinned. That sucks. And squad is broken. That's ridiculous. Okay, well, this is ridiculous. Advanced fire phase. I mean, now I kind of need to do this sort of stuff, so, that is going to be a 7 firepower up 1. 5 on 7 is 2 morale check. Okay, and he's pinned, which he's already is. Heat of battle on a Russian leader. So -1 for elite, so it brings that 7 down to a 6, and +2 to an 8. He's battle hardened. That's okay. Battle hardens. He's a 9-1 now, pinned, but he's pinned 9-1. That's all I've got for advance. Routes, attacker first. Yeah, I mean, 2, 4. I'll just do 4 there. The squad has to drop the ATR. They'll just go back, I guess, because I do have the leader there. That's it for broken guys. These guys don't have to route, although I can choose to have them go down. I think that's going to be the best thing to do. Try and rally, especially since that's just a leader there now, so it's not, I'm not particularly worried. Yeah, that's it. All right, advances. Well, I mean, I kind of need... I'm only moving against the crew because I need to get into melee and shooting these trucks. I can't do it otherwise, so I don't think I would be able to survive. I mean, they are pinned. It's probably the best decision, really. Yeah. As much as I don't really want to, I'd rather go against the crew. This might be the better option. I don't have any other advances to do, so we go to CC phase. We'll do the top one first because it's less of an issue. So, ambush. So, Finns, Russians, no ambush on either side. It's a 3-2 for the Finns and a 1-2 for the Russians. So, 3-2, 1-2. You gotta be kidding me. That is a casualty reduction. So, this guy's now a half squad. Goes to a melee. Over here, Finns, Russians. The Russians will get ambushed because they have a +1 for being pinned, no matter what. And I'm pretty sure the Finns might be considered stealthy because they're first line. So it's a 1-1 down 1, I believe. They will get a kill. That is pretty nice. The LMG stays, but those guys are dead. That's really unfortunate for the Russians. They would have been, if they could have survived that, that would have been great. That's it for turn 2. Rally, well, weather, no change. Rally phase. Russians will go first, so they will attempt to rally. They won't get it. And then the Finns have a bunch of stuff to try here. So first off, we'll go with the DM guys first. Leader doesn't make it, and the squad does not rally, so their DM comes off. And then over here, leader directed, so the 7 and the 8, they will both come back because of the -1. And then 9, 8, yeah, these guys all come back. So I get 3 back, which is really nice. 8-0 is going to try and pick up the ATR. He will. I will try to pick up the LMG, and I won't. That's it for the rally phase. Prep fire for the Russians. You know what? I don't really want to take a risk, so I'm going to have the stack in Y5 reveal itself and do a... oh, that's right. He just has an ATR, so it's not... It's 11 up 2. That will... is it -2? Is the break number now down to... pre-April 19. Okay, so it's just... So the Russians just have a -1. So that's going to break or eliminate... Sorry, that's going to eliminate the LMG. No, it was a... Sorry, it was a 10. So it's going to break the LMG. It doesn't break the ATR. And 12 on 11, I'm pretty sure is nothing. Nope. So those guys kind of wasted their shot, which sucks. 2 up 1. Pin dash check. They're pinned. That's gross. I don't need... I'm now super worried about this. So you know what? I'm going to do a 8 firepower up 1 against the leader. 8 on 8. Normal morale check. This guy is fine. And that'll be it for shots, really. Movement phase, none. Because everybody is shot. And so we go to defensive fire phase. Yeah, 6 up 1. Ouch. They don't cower. So that is a 3 on 6, which is a K2. So this guy's just eliminated. Flip that over. That guy is there. Sniper activates. Wow. 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have to go to T6. There's 2 targets. Yeah, because that would wound, and you know what? It has to target him because he's the only... I can't do anything to the MMC. So it's going to wound. It's just a regular wound. All right. Not a kill. What else? Defensive fire. 1 flat. 3. 3 on 1 is a 1 morale check against conscripts. They will break. They don't ELR, but they are still broken. That's kind of wild. No other shots. Advanced fire phase, none. Routes, the broken guys will go to X3. I don't think there's anybody else that needs to move. So advanced phase, the 447, actually, you know what? Guy with the LMG is going to go to X4. Guy with the ATR is going to go to Y6. You know what? It probably is a better idea to have everybody there. Maybe I keep the... Yeah, maybe I do it that way. Yeah, maybe that's the play. Okay, so that happens. We go to CC. There is a CC that's still ongoing. 1 to 2 for the Finns and 2 to 1 for the Russians. That might actually be a kill. 2 to 1, yeah. That is a straight up death, so that guy's dead. We go to turn 3 for the Finns. Take off our pins here. Weather, no change. I rolled a lot of 8s already. Cool. I got 2 guys to try and self-rally. The leader will make it, barely. And then the squad also makes it. Over here, the Russians will try the DM guy first, makes it, and the non-DM guy first, always top down. That guy does not make it. Repair, doesn't. Pickup, doesn't. Pickup, doesn't. Okay. All right. Now, prep fire phase, you know what? I could just run away from this guy. I don't need to stay next to him. Well, the problem is that this guy doesn't really have anywhere to go without getting shot at, which is a problemo. I can technically shoot this guy as a 6-up 2, and that's not really worth it. What's my option here? I do 12-up 1, or I do a 6-up 2 against anybody else. Yeah, you know what? 12-up 1. 8 on 12 is a 1 morale check. And that guy will break. Okay. Do I have anything else to do? I do not think so. So in the movement phase, I'm going to send the half squad with the LMG is going to go to V4 for 2. I'm going to have the conscript shoot from X3. So it's a down 1, up 1, so it's just flat. It's a 4 on 4, which is a 1 morale check. Those guys are now pinned, which sucks. Let's move these guys to the top now. This guy is first fired. Sniper doesn't activate. This leader's only got 3 movements, so 2, 3. I don't even know if I can see him from X4. So yeah, I think I need to try this sort of stuff. So 2, 3, 4. He can shoot at him. I'm gonna have the guy with the broken LMG is gonna shoot, so it's gonna be a 4. I'm using the road, so I believe it's down 2. But that's negated by the truck, which is providing hindrance. So it's a 4 flat. I believe it's a 4 flat. Didn't matter. That guy's fired. Technically, there's 1 residual now there. Do I want to take a shot at this guy? No. I think I'm going to hold off on it. Now, one of these 838s is going to declare CX 2, 4. 6, because I don't think I would be allowed to move into this hex. And then this guy's going to take a shot. It is a... what is that? 10? 10 flat. 5 on 10. 2 morale check. They are pinned. That sucks. There is a 4 residual. I did shoot 2, or sorry, 4, so there would be 2 residual there. How am I feeling on my odds here? I'm going to declare CX with them, go 2, 4. Do I want to shoot? Not yet. 5. That's probably a really bad idea, but 8 plus 4, so 12 down 2. 4 on 12, 3 morale check. He breaks. Yeah, I didn't. It was that or a different option, and I don't know which one would have been better. 6 residual. Leader with the ATR is going to assault move to W5, so he takes a 1-up-1. Pintash check. He's fine. Sniper activates. 3-2. 1-2. Breaks the guy with or at the MMG. That might be decisive in terms of knock-on effects. And then the leader with the DC is going to go 2, 4, 5. And I don't trust it at all, so I will take a final protective fire. It'll break him, but that is 4 down 2. So it's a 5 on 4, which is a 1 morale check. And he can't be pinned because he's heroic. So he'll break. There's no reason to have the leader in that, so that's why he's not. Oops. That's why I don't have him marked. And then just 6. Why not? Can anybody else move? I don't think so. I think that's it. Alright, so defensive fire phase. This guy will final fire, so it'll be a 5-up-1. Jeez. 5 on 5 is a 1 morale check. He's fine. Sniper activates again. 1, 2, 3. Goes to this stack in X3. Well, actually, technically I can choose, but yeah, it's no. Would rather go there. So random selection, leader, squad. It hits the bottom guys, so they are now half squad. Kaboom. And I think that's it. I don't think anybody else can really shoot because they're not adjacent. Advanced fire phase. So, advanced fire phase. I'm going to throw this DC. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to shoot the guy because it is a 1 up. It'll be 1 flat. I don't cower. That's a normal morale check. Wow. Pinned, reduced, and dead. Hero providing all of the support here. This guy's pinned. There. So this guy is advanced fired. Don't really have a well. 6, 3, 1.5. 1.5-up-1. No. Cool. I will try a what is that? 6 to a 7. 7-up-1. 7 on 7 is a normal morale check against the broken guys. They are fine except for sniper generation potentially. Snipe. Wow. Okay. 2-1. I will go back to the leader because why not? Random selection leader. Okay. I will choose to kill the leader. And then I will take another sniper and that won't activate. Cool. I guess technically I probably should have taken the half squad because the leader wasn't going to go anywhere, especially if the unit's dead, but whatever. And then the guy with the ATR is going to shoot at the concealed unit. I don't think I can... even though it's in the open, I don't think I can technically see it. I mean, it is in a orchard hex, but 2 hit. Now it's a vehicle, so it's 10, especially at that range. Point blank fire does does not apply, which is unfortunate, so I don't get the -2. It is concealed. I don't know why that let me select both. It is a concealed unit, so there's a +2 for being concealed. There's no size bonus. Is there anything else? I do not believe so. So yeah, I think it will be a hit no matter what. I don't think I can get rate of fire because it is the advanced fire phase. I'm actually not 100% sure if I can shoot it now in the advanced fire phase. I believe I'm allowed. I'm going to go with I'm allowed. And then to kill. Now, it would be against an unarmored vehicle. Does it have its own chart? No, okay. So, what are we looking at here? It's an AP to kill, ATR, it's a 20L, yeah, 6, plus whatever modifiers, blah, 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 yeah, so it's eliminated. Now, I don't believe, 8, no, that would become a burning rack. So, clone this. Then this becomes a wreck and becomes a burning wreck. Put a blaze on it. Then that should be all of the advanced firing. I'm going to double check advanced fire phase. Or advancing fire, I should say. ATRs, where are you? I'm going to be so sad if I can't use it in the advanced fire phase. Oh. Excuse me. So in the advanced fire phase, they get an extra +2, which means that the 5 would have been a 9. I would still hit, so that's fine. I don't think there's any other modifiers is the only thing. So yeah, cool. Routes. Routes is going to be kind of crazy here. So in the route phase, attacker first. So this guy in W4 is going to go back 1 and then here into V5. That's the only routes they have to do. The conscripts in X3 will go 2. That's probably a 3, then 5. These guys in X4. Actually, can these guys go there? My target would be Z5. But when I get to Y4, do I get closer to this guy? Yes. So then my target changes and then goes 3, 5. This guy's fine going back because he doesn't get closer to this guy. And then this guy is just going to go back 1 because the finished player doesn't really have to worry about it. And I think that's every broken guy. Cool. Advances. In the advance phase, that guy's pinned. I'm going to go into the blaze because, fuck it, why not? These 2 units in W5 are going to go to X4. These guys are stuck. And then the hero is going to go to Y3. If only because it's a different location, more pressure. No CC, sadly. Take off pins. Then we go to turn 3 for the Ruskies. Russians, weather, no change. Or at least pretty sure that's no change. Weather. Excuse me, I seem to be very tired today. Is there falling snow? Can falling snow occur naturally? Is it overcast? Oh, well, it's not. Yeah, it's not overcast. Falling snow occurs on a wind change die roll of 10 or above. Yeah, so I think there's... Yeah, okay. I think there would be falling snow. It just doesn't really... as with a lot of stuff, or certain stuff, it does not matter. So yeah, falling snow. Basically, if you're at a range 7 or above, you'll get modifiers. Same thing with the winter camouflage. It doesn't. It's not going to matter. Um, so that's it for weather. Rallies. I only get one attempt here, so I'm going to try the 7 morale guy that's kind of protected. Very nice attempt, but no. And then I will try to repair. I won't get it. And then the Finns will try to rally. 9 down 1, 8. They will get it. And that is it for rallies. Prep fire phase. Boy howdy. 10 up 1. Nope. Yeah, nope. Because they cower on top of it. And then a 8 up 1. Also, it's a Pintash check. Pintash, no, and no. Does it trigger sniper? It does not. And that's all I can do is the Soviets. Movement phase, none. Defensive fire phase. Now the Finns got to try and make this hurt. So I might as well... I'm going to try this as a 12 up 1 first. 11 on 12. Pretty sure is absolutely nothing. Yeah, 11 on 12 is nothing. So I will try 16 up 2. 11 on 16 is a Pintash check. He's fine. Really poor rolls here. And then 12 up 3? I think that's up 3 because it's just a blaze. So it's just a +2 normally, but because I'm shooting out of it. Or wait, no, it is. So it's +2. I think. I mean, it might be +4. That would be a 10 on 12. Yeah, so we'll just mark it as a Pintash check. Why not? They're fine. Even on a normal morale check, it wouldn't have mattered. So, cool. Then the ATR is going to take a shot at the concealed vehicle. It's not advanced fire phase, so it's just +2. It will hit, which is unfortunate. 2 kill is an 8. It has no armor. 2 kill normally with 20L is 6, and it gets +2 for distance, so that will also wreck a vehicle. It is not going well. The Russians have to have one of these to survive, essentially. Which I don't really know how they'll succeed at that right now, but alas. Advanced fire phase, none. Routes. I don't think there are any routes. People are just dead. I should have taken off the DMs. Not bad. Yeah, I don't think there's any routes. Advances. There's no advance worthwhile doing here. I think I'm going to pull back both squads I have. Just to prevent CC from really dominating those two locations. There's no CC. We go to turn 4, last turn of the game. Weather. We have gusts and snow. I don't really know how that will work out. Oh, shoot. That does mean a blaze spreads. Huh. Okay. Well, blaze has to spread, and it has to spread into... I mean, technically it can spread... it has to spread to an adjacent, so it spreads to the orchard. Come on, there we go. I guess technically I should just put 2 blazes. So yeah. So this squad has to leave. If they don't leave by the end of the route phase, they're dead, I believe is the rule. I might have that rule slightly incorrect, but I feel like it's there. Rally phase, none. No actions to do. That's kind of why the Russians are pretty much boned here. I don't really know what else I can do. Um, do I want to prep fire? I don't have a benefit to holding off on this ATR. So yeah, maybe ATR against the concealed thing I will miss. I don't get rate of fire either. So that's a real big bummer. But outside of that, I don't think there's anything else I can do. So movement phase. I mean, the obvious one, we'll do an assault move to... Actually, you know what? Was nah. Assault move to Y4. Um, I am going to have to take that shot. So it's an 8 flat. Ouch. Yeah, I don't think there's any modifiers there. It's just a 3 on 8, which is a K2 morale check. They are pinned, which is like the best result that guy could have ever gotten. There is a 4 residual. One, two, three, 4 into Y5. And I'm going to have the squad that just shot shoot a second time. Did I try to repair his machine gun? Okay, never mind. So that is going to be a 4 flat. No. But there is 2 residual, and this is actually going to matter. Shoot. This guy being here actually messes things up. I'm going to declare CX with the heroic leader. 2, 4, 6, 8. This guy goes DM. Squadron X5 is going to assault move to Y6. He'll get shot at by the guy with the ATR. This guy will re-DM. It's a 10 up 1. 6 on 10 is a 1 morale check. He's fine. That sucks. God damn. 4 residual. Squadron X6 declares CX, goes 2, 4. This guy is going to shoot a second time as a 5 flat. 7 on 5. Pin test check. And he's pinned. That might actually cost me game. What else can I do? This leader's just going to do 1, 2, 3. Man. I will declare CX. 1, 2, 3. I guess I didn't... Yeah, I don't need to do CX. Never mind. So we get there for 4. Takes a 2 flat. Pin test check. He's pinned. God, what? Aw, man. I'm going to lose on pin test checks. That sucks. I'm going to lose on pin test checks. Yeah, I got nothing else. Defensive fire phase, none because everybody's shot. Advanced fire phase, I will attempt to throw a DC. I don't know what I need to do here. It's been so long since I've thrown a DC. Thrown DC. Thrown DC. There's pluses and minuses. Resolved immediately on the 30 firepower column. Yeah, so it's a +3 for being thrown by a CX'd guy. God, I couldn't have gotten a better roll. Alright, so that is a, I believe, 12 on 30, which is, it's equal to the vehicle kill number. Where is That is vehicle target type. No. Do they not have... Okay, vehicle target type. It's IFT versus vehicle. Fire attacks versus unarmored. All non-ordnance direct fire attacks. Vehicle star line. If it's less, the vehicle's eliminated. If it equals, vehicle's immobilized. Yeah, so it's just immobilized a second time. If it wasn't... God dang. And then I need to do a second against my own guy. It gets a +4. Which takes it to 14, which is a pin task check. Heroes can't pin, so that goes away. Okay, so the pinned... I gotta take off residuals here. The two pinned guys, so the 838 and the 248, are going to shoot at the guy in Z4. So it's a 10 firepower up 1. 7 on 10. It's a 1 morale check. He's broken. And ELR'd. Can't ELR, which means he becomes disrupted. Which isn't going to matter, but, you know. So, Mark was prepped, blah, blah, blah. Cool. The non... Actually, everybody else, or... These two guys up top will take a shot. That is a... Oh, you know what? I was counting... man. He has 7 on 5. Wouldn't it be? Because it'd be... No, wait. Okay. So this guy goes to 16, then halved to 8, then halved to a 4, +1, 5. This guy is doubled, halved twice, so once, it's a 6. 7 on 6 is a normal raw check. Okay, so, yeah, that's still... He's still broken, he's still ELRs. That's good. Cool, I didn't mess that up. Alright, so these two squads, Z6 and Y6, are going to shoot at the last guy that's around in Z5. Already done this, that's a 5. +7, so 12 up 2. 7 on 12 is a 1 morale check. That guy is surprisingly fine. The other guy takes an elimination. Sniper activates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think the 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's a legal target, so he'll get pinned, which doesn't really matter, but you know. That's it for advanced fire phase. Take off all that. Now, routes. This guy has to become prisoners. So, he'll be exchanged. This goes away. This guy can route. So he'll go 2, 4, 6 because he has to. I don't think I have anything else to do. No. Advances. So you can advance there. He can't. Oh, that's right. I wanted to LMG this. Can I? I will see it. Oof. Okay, so that'll be a hit. It is a big vehicle, which isn't going to matter. But, AP to kill. It's got no armor. I'm also shooting the rear, which I don't... Might give me a +1 on a 2 kill. I actually don't know if that's true on regular vehicles. But, an MG is normally a 4. I get +2 for range. Yeah, it would just be a stun, which doesn't do anything. I'm off. I was off by 1 both times. All right. So advances. So you can go in there. You can go in there. Nobody else can really move. And then I might lose this on CCs. So we'll do the unimportant one first. Ambush. No ambush. Fins are 3 to 2. And then a 1 to 4. No. Cool. Now, I believe this concealment has to go away. So in CC against a vehicle, a single man counter is a 2. Gets a +1 for being CX'd. Is a hero, so it gets -1. It is against a unarmored vehicle, which is a -3, and it's immobilized. Although it says immobile AFV. But why would that not apply? A11.6. Does that only apply to that? Maybe the -3 is built in. Is there CC versus a vehicle? But does it say unarmored? Unarmored. Yeah, it's just the -3, I guess. All right, so that means that AA5 is a down 3, down 4 with heroic +1. So it's a down 3. I need a 2 or less. Actually, I guess technically I need less than that. I will get it. Okay, cool, cool. This is a great start. It's -3, so I don't. Does that count? I don't think that burning wrecks it, but it's not gonna matter. Okay. Huzzah. That goes away. Then I have a half squad, so it's a 3. I don't get any other bonuses outside of the -3 against the vehicle. Fuck. All right. Well, that's it. Unless there's a thing where it's allowed to go further. Does it say it has to continue? All trucks, road facing, immobilized, secretly. Oh, you know what? I forgot about that, about the fuel truck. I don't think it would have mattered. No. And you don't get to finish melees. So, yeah, the Russians will win by virtue of pinned and pinned. If neither of these had been pinned, especially the 838, adding an 838 to the mix would have been really nice. And if you add multiple squads, then you just get multiple rolls. And with a -3, then it's you don't really have to worry too much about it, which is pretty nice. But yeah, all right, that will be it for this scenario and tonight. Surprised that that happened, but yeah. So yeah, apologies if people were hoping for a little bit of a more action-packed scenario for the start of 1940. Although I will look at the casualty, point to the casualties on the right side. That's pretty deadly. If I hadn't broken so many finish units right off the bat, then it would be a far different story. But all in all, I'm actually kind of happy with this scenario. I think from looking at the scenario archive, it is very one-sided. Like, it is tremendously like a 90%. Yeah, it's like, I think if you combine roar and archive, it's a 16 to 5. So it's that 77, 80%, something like that, win rate for the Finns. So goes to show that it is one-sided, but it's a very short scenario. It's not a huge amount of units. You don't have to worry about the vehicles in terms of movement. You just have to worry about them in terms of what to kill shenanigans. But that aside, fun scenario. I like this one, and I think more people should play this one. I don't think this should be languishing in what's that? 22 games? No, 21 games. I think there should be more plays of this one because it's fun. Average rating of 5.67, I think is a lie. I think some people probably gave it a bad rating just because the Finns do have an advantage. What's the balance on this one? Add a 426 to the OB. I'd probably change that and add a 527 rather than a 426, to be honest. Um, I don't think they need the ATR as well. I think giving them an ATR is kind of stupid. I'd probably swap that for an LMG as well. Or a DC. Maybe a DC would be fun enough to use. Put it on an 8-1 or whatever and have them go nuts. That's probably how I would do it. Yeah, anyways, that was fun. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Should be a scenario on Monday, as always. I don't believe that Rob is yet back, so as always, well wishes to him and his. I hope everyone is doing well, and we'll see you in a couple days' time. Bye.